You're watching CarTell.tv and I'm Jenny.
Amelia already reviewed the 2018 XF in the diesel sportbrake form, and she loved it. So I'm going to see how this sedan with a petrol engine compares.
In this video, I'm checking out the Jaguar XF R Sport 30T sedan.
Amelia's diesel was an S trim level, which sits at the very top, while this one is an R Sport, just a notch under the S.
Now, she may have got the higher trim level, but I have the petrol version. Is that a good thing? Let's find out.
The XF is a good-looking machine. I too miss the Jaguars of old days when they were instantly recognisable, but the new design direction is also good.
Ian Callum, one of today's most revered car designers, managed to bring Jag into the now while still appeasing most of the old die-hard Jag fans. Not all, but most.
Speaking of the grille, it is one of the details that is still based on the elegance of the heritage, while headlights, sports bumper and air intakes add to the modern aggression.
Some other features of the R Sport include these 19-inch wheels and side skirts, and you can customize your Jag with plenty of other optional packages. But just remember, when you do add these packages on, the price of your little feline will increase quickly.
This sweeping roofline ends with a bit of a lifted boot lid and subtle spoiler to round off the beautiful look.
And now for the engine, and this petrol is a surprise package of performance. I was genuinely surprised.
It's a 2-litre turbo petrol that produces an impressive 221 kilowatts of power and 400 newton meters of torque sent to the rear wheels. Its top speed is electronically limited to 250 kilometers an hour, and it consumes 6.8 litres per 100 kilometers, provided you don't hold the pedal to the metal.
Now, Jaguar have taken engine downsizing really seriously, even in their sports cars, and the results are very impressive.
Amelia spoke a lot about the massive 700 newton meters of torque that she had from the 3-litre turbo diesel. It came from just 2,000 revs, but even under that, the XF did not lack any pulling power.
Now, for those of you who are not so aware of how things work, diesel engines usually have noticeably more torque than petrol ones, and this is definitely the case here.
Still, the petrol has its benefits. It has 400 newton meters of torque, which is significantly lower than the 700 from the diesel, but it's also significantly more than most other mortals on the streets have in their cars.
Also, the top figure is available from just 1,000 revs, so because the XF30T idles at just under the 1,000 mark, you should get all the torque immediately. And in summary, it should be a very tasty drive.
In practice, this is exactly how it is, and if I had to cherry pick, I'd say that the lift is more obvious from 1,500 revs, but even from 1,000, you will not feel lacking.
Push the pedal and the boost is instant and it builds up smoothly.
Despite the weight of 1,660 kilograms, the XF with a 2-litre turbo petrol reaches 100 in just 5.9 seconds and goes all the way up to 250 kilometers an hour, where it is forcefully limited by electronic nannies.
Now, yes, it's a 2-litre, but it doesn't like the punch. It's actually faster to 100 than the 3-litre diesel.
The engine is paired with the famed 8-speed ZF gearbox, and with all the praise this unit has received from us in various cars, I feel there is no need to go to any detail.
I'll just say it's smooth, fast, and with 8 gears, you'll rarely be in any unpleasant rev range.
The engine is not the only good thing when it comes to driving the XF. Suspension swims between cossetty and sporty, depending on what driving mode you're in and your input.
Electronic nannies that control your grip are far more welcome than the ones that limit your top speed.
Dynamic stability control and torque vectoring are absolutely amazing. Despite the power, I never felt overwhelmed or lacking control. The XF is precise, direct, and agile. The R Sport trims comes with sport seats, leather upholstery, paddle shifters, and 2-tone interior details.
However, what I think makes the interior so appealing are not the trim-based goodies, but the overall design.
Once again, it's a departure from the old ways with more modern, almost minimalistic styling.
But material quality and elegance is still here, and the stacked look of the dashboard that Amelia mentioned, it's pretty evident. But I like it.
Everything is soft touch. Exposed stitching on the top of the dashboard adds to the feel, as do the infotainment screen and the gimmicky gear selector that welcomes you.
Following in the theme of the welcoming gear shifter, the air vents do the same. Novel, yes. Unnecessary? Perhaps.
The seats are very comfortable and supportive, the latter particularly so in the R Sport. These are covered in something Jaguar calls grained leather and technical mesh.
I guess that technically that means that they're comfortable, and they definitely are. And also the front seats have 10-way power adjust. The back seats are pretty comfy too. The backrest though is a little bit hard. Legroom is decent, although we'd have to ask Giraffe Leg Simone what she thinks.
And the boot is huge, even in the sedan version.
Now with the car being close to 5 meters, I didn't expect problems with interior space. But seriously, this boot is huge. I like to think it might be because James Bond stores some of his baddies in here.
This car features the 12.3-inch virtual instrument cluster, but there is also the standard 8-inch or a 10.2-inch as well.
It looks amazing, but it's not cheap, and we'll get to the prices in a minute.
Safety before that. The XF has a 5-star ANCAP rating even without loads of optional tech, so you know it's packed with features. I'll just mention some of them that this one is equipped with. It has hill start assist, speed adjustable steering, dynamic stability control, torque vectoring, emergency brake assist, rain sensors, auto dimming side mirrors, rear view camera, cruise control with speed limiter, lane departure warning, front and rear park assist, blind spot monitoring, reverse traffic detection, lane keep assist, and much more.
So how good is a Jaguar XF? Well, it could be one of the best in this class, depending on how much you want to spend on it. And that, my friends, is probably the biggest issue with this car.
Well, this is the R Sport trim, so it's the second best one. As standard, it's packed with great features, but the really tempting ones do come as extras, and not cheap extras. The 12.3-inch instrument cluster comes with a pack that includes Meridian sound system and navigation, and it costs almost $5,500.
Now sure, the standard instrument cluster does the job, but this 12.3-inch one is so worth the extra $5,000. Especially if you don't have to pay for it. Thanks, Jag. One of you, anyone?
Similarly, blind spot monitoring, reverse traffic detection, adaptive cruise control with Q Assist, lane keep assist, and driver condition monitor cost almost $4,500. Carbon fiber trim finisher is almost $3,500, and the sliding panoramic sunroof is just a bit cheaper.
Now the list of optional add-ons just keeps going. And so can that price point. Ouch.
The standard XF R Sport costs just over $90,000.
This particular R Sport with all the extra goodies stands at just over $131,000.
Jaguar claims that they make so many things optional because that allows their buyers to individualize their car. Sure, and it's probably better for business for Jaguar too.
Now, if you are in the market for a high-class Jag like this, you're probably more interested in Bond-like swag factor than you are practicality, because you can get a lot of these features in non-premium models. But they're not Jags, are they? Martini, anyone? Thanks again for watching Cartel TV, and as always, like and subscribe. And if you are in the market for a Jag, or any other car for that matter, head on over to cleverbuyers.com.au. You just put all of your information in for your perfect car and sit back while the dealers come to you with their best prices. Just relax. And we'll see you next time. Peace.